Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar, Pilgrimage of Remembrance. Be detached and loving. Today's day 5. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Oh, Shanti. So beautiful when we collectively sit for 1 hour in silence. One can do it in solitude alone, but also when we do collectively, all together, keep aim not only to be externally in silence, but internally the aim to accumulate power of love, purity, peace. So we have to accumulate all these powers. So when we sit like this and accumulate, as if we using from our heart the word Baba, which is the key for unlimited treasures. So we had been talking about being free from the bondage, long term, living the life of blessings, long term, remaining nyara and pyara, like lotus flower. And looking at Brahma Baba's life, I feel so happy whenever I have to think for answers or just to see will we make it. And I think of Brahma Baba and it becomes so clear and so certain. Baba said, I also look at the complete stage of children. So that's also great help. Baba's love, Baba's drishti, looking at our complete and karmati stage. So if we pay attention and whatever time is there, as Baba said, there is nothing like long term now because we don't know whatever, as much time we have. So to attain that stage of being karmati, that is to be free from bondage, and that is to be nyara and pyara. So there are 6 stages which we can look at Brahma Baba's life. I will give you some examples. So when I look at Brahma Baba, if he can do it, and he did, he could make it. We are also his children. We will also make it. He will help us to make it, to reach to our karmati stage which is free from all the bondages. So when we know that if bondages are settled, whether it's past karmic accounts, whether it is whatever leftover sanskars and the nature is there, the first important stage is what we call it as, no, you are familiar with word achal. Yeah, what reminds you of achal? There is a temple, no, in Abu when we go, they call it Achalghar, like it's a fort which is unshakable. So with Brahma Baba, Achal is that he was unshakable, but it is more emotionally. Mhm. I was there when I think of Mama's body not well, and then Mama left body. Mama was companion. Mama was taking care of sustenance of whole yagya. And she was very young, 46, 47, and she left body. I know that until she was there and her body was there for a few hours, Brahma Baba did keep sending messages through trans messenger. It's not possible. It's not possible because lot really depended of yagya sustenance on Mama. Day to day operation of yagya, day to day sustenance, day to day taking care of all Baba's children. But then immediately, within few days, he became very strong. And Baba said that I am your big mother now. Brahma is also mother because Baba gives mouth-born children are from Brahma Baba. No? So there were two things, not only for himself, but many of us, most of us were very connected with Mama, very connected because we will go to Mama for instructions, for understanding, for, so we went to Mama so often. So Baba knew that our intellects will be pulled towards Mama, even if she has left body. And he didn't wanted that. He wanted our intellect still to remain linked with Baba, connected with Baba, so that we can keep taking power and still remain good instruments for sustaining yagya. So Baba just said Brahma is your big mother. So Mat Pita, generally when you say mother, father, you say for Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba. So that our intellect were quickly then connected with Brahma Baba. And then there was Didi Mohini. Baba made her as main instrument to sustain us. And Didi always gave us lot of love. And someone yesterday responded very nicely. It's an instrument in the class from that instrument that we love to get corrections from seniors. And I was saying that seniors' correction bring blessings because they have just pure intention to help you, to improve, to help you to reform, help you to claim high status, become good instrument. So whatever if they say is really to help the soul a lot. So I was smiling when I got that feedback this morning. They were talking in the class about this whole point of what would you like, the way the correction comes to you. So Didi Manmohini was one of them who will very openly will tell you, oh, what about these words? You cannot say this. Mm. Like at every step, I remember so many things because I was very young, and then Didi was the way she used to tell us. Even she was kind of serious, but we knew internally. She say, "Oh, you are my friend. I want to tell you this. You will hear it later or you will realize it later, but I tell you now. So we used to love her that she should tell something. So what I'm saying is that achal. Mhm. Now, second is which is called adol. Adol is almost like achal, but it is more on a physical level. Achal is very deeply internally that my emotions and feelings are not shaken. Mm. And adol is that it's also shaking, but more from a physical way. So I had been thinking, looking at the world situation, I was thinking when there was partition of the country, it was very, very bad in the sense of the bloodshed between Hindus and Muslims and prestige of women and lives of children and property. Everything was really being destroyed. And Baba, with 300 brothers, sisters, were in Karachi, in Pakistan. We definitely had majority of Muslims. And Baba didn't had any thoughts. Baba told all the sisters, brothers, be in soul consciousness, remember Baba, do tapasya. No one will be able to hurt you, harm you. And they really did it. Mm. So it never happened that any aggressive action was they had to face or any shortage of food they had to face, nothing. So just think for all of us, each one of us, achal that is emotionally stable. Mm. Adol is not think in the sense of what will happen, will we be safe or not. Mm. So adol is sthiti. And Baba gives also that example of lighthouse, might house. Right? So today when we were doing silence, I remember that how Brahma Baba also, whenever there was really kind of serious situation, Baba will go in deep silence and he will be like lighthouse for all of us and might house. He gives us power and directions what we should be doing. So Achal, Adol, and then third is when there are no bondages, you will be free from obstacles. Nirvigna. But there will always be obstacles externally. But if it doesn't affect our mind, our remembrance of Baba, that means those obstacles are not internally affecting me. Create the obstacles where doubts arise, fear comes, there is worry, concerns, obstacles on my journey of remembrance. So external obstacles come, but internally there shouldn't be any obstacle. I should continue very naturally, smoothly in remembrance of Baba. Really, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be concerned. Just very lovefully, just be in remembrance of Baba. So stage is stage of free from mm, obstacles. And then after that, there is stage which is called stage which is free from vikalp. That means no negative thought. And negative thought basically will be doubtful thoughts. With Brahma Baba, we saw so many were ready to leave because they couldn't take the life of Yagya after partition. But Baba didn't get any thought. So Baba's stage was holding the Yagya with whatever externally was happening. But Baba was in that stage where his faith was just consistent and strong. And because of that, all brothers, sisters were holding. And you know that there was a time that there was not enough food, actually, no food. Mm. But they went in jungle, they will eat some berries. And they didn't wanted Baba to worry. So they will all come smiling and say, Baba, we are very full, very full. But then Baba himself remained free from having any negative thought. What will happen if there is no food? How long it will be? But Baba knew Shiv Baba is with us. He's taking some test and we will pass. It will happen. Dadi Janki said there was a time we couldn't make toli. But then anyone who comes, you have to give something. So said she will make 2 chapatis for herself and 2 extra. And from each chapati, she will make 4 pieces. And at that time, the cheapest vegetable was potato. Or she will fry pakora and she will put 1 piece of potato within that quarter piece of chapati and give to anyone who came, whether children or older Baba's children. And that's what it is. And then when she came to London, they were able to make abundant toli. So how it does happen on journey of remembrance and also for yagya, these obstacles come. But once these obstacles doesn't touch us, like lotus flower, then actually through your tapasya, you have gained more power. So it is called nirvikalp. Uh, One is sankalp is thought, vikalp is weak thought or negative thought. And then is nirbandhan, free from bondage. So whatever happened within the family, big unlimited family, Baba's intellect was never pulled towards anything. When 25, 30 of them wanted to leave, so Baba not only said goodbye to them sweetly, but children, take what you want, and beautifully said goodbye. And didn't hold anything against them why they left and no. Because they said, Baba, we want to go out and want to earn, we want to, So Baba said, it's okay. So free from bondage, no pull of intellect into these situations. Mm. And that the sixth one is free from any negative action. Because when there are pressures, people start doing wrong things. They will lose faith in truth, honesty, loving relationship. So they start doing actions which are called vikram. It's like under pressure, under circumstances. Oh, I did this wrong because of these circumstances. But Brahma Baba was so much into his principles, and because of that, all Baba's children in Yagya never used any wrong way when there was difficult times. Never. I remember when Dadis came to my grandfather's home when I was 11 years old. They had nothing, but they looked so content, so clean, so royal. We didn't know that they don't have anything. No place to live, no food to eat, nowhere to go. They didn't know anyone. But their faith was so good. Their faces were sparkling. We felt so much pull towards them. Their divinity, their purity, their royalty. Mhm. That automatically we will say, what can we do? How we can help you? What can we provide you? They will never ask anything. They will never ask anything. Can we get some money for food? Or so under all circumstances which were adverse and challenging, no one did anything which is wrong, which is not royal. So they maintained that intoxication, self-respect. And of course, they knew that Baba will help. Baba will help. That's their faith. Mhm. So when we check these six uh, qualities in us, which are the qualities that we are karmatit and free from bondage, you can check which one shakes you, or you decide, oh, let me now give up this principle, or maybe let me do something which we know is not right. And that is why when Baba became awake and angelic, he said three words: incorporeal. So that means our main practice to be free from bondage is incorporeal. And second was viceless, nirakar, then nirvikar. Nirvikar is viceless. And the third was egoless, nirankari. So how, looking at Brahma Baba's life, that how he became karmatit, free from bondage, that is nyara and pyara, and attained to that complete stage of being incorporeal, that is our eternal stage, viceless, mm, our original stage of golden age, and egoness at confluence stage. So incorporeal, viceless, and egoless. So these were three words which Baba spoke and inspired us. And even now we have to continue to practice these three stages of being incorporeal, that is our eternal, viceless, and egoless. So I feel that how Shri Baba created this example of Brahma Baba. So I could immediately say, Baba did it, no? Baba was able to manage even in time of crisis. Mhm. Because we also know what is happening in the world with this virus, then economic situation, then decline in values. Can't even think, what's going to happen. We don't need to think because even when Yagya uh, went through so many stages, but we are able to hold our values, if we are able to hold our faith and keep sustaining Yagya, keep ourselves very unshakable and stable, and based on that, we sustain the Yagya until the end, until the culmination, because yet many souls have to be served. But as Baba said now, from now onwards, if we create this stage, I know we all have, but 100%. That's we are we are a culminate Baba's task, yagya, and reach to our stage of completion, karmatit stage. So reflect on these points, and definitely we have to increase the practice, and we will become perfect and complete. Om Shanti.
इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे
Welcome to Awake the Journey. Today is Saturday, Subtle Region Day, Sweet Silence with Bab Dada. So, today, what we'll be doing is we will share our drishti as being an angel. So, today we will spotlight everyone, and we did our silence party. So I'm sure everyone is in that experience of deep silence and being as an angel. We'll share drishti with whole family. So Bhakti Parivar. So we'll have angelic dance together with we'll share drishti, and this is such a beautiful gathering and beautiful experience together. It's like we bring the whole subtle region right here in Sakar form, right? So before we start our sharing drishti in angelic form, we get our homework for tomorrow.
दिया जो है फरिश्ते जीवन की विशेषता। देवताई जीवन में तो इच्छा की बात ही नहीं।
To be a complete conqueror of vice means to go beyond all limited desires. As we remain in this elevated stage, let us all experience that I, the soul, am ignorant of all the knowledge of desires.
Om Shanti. I, the soul, am ignorant of the knowledge of desires. So we even don't know what that word means, right? That's how we have to gain our goal and stage. Like golden age. Golden age even doesn't know what sorrow means, right? Same way, what desire means. That's how we had to reach to that stage. So we'll practice this tomorrow, where we are even ignorant about this desires also. Okay, so let's move forward. So we'll share drishti first. We'll receive drishti from Didi.
उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना। गजब का प्यार दिया, हंसी परिवार दिया, एहसान हम पे किया, मुश्किल है ये सुनाना। गजब का प्यार दिया, हंसी परिवार दिया, एहसान हम पे किया, मुश्किल है ये सुनाना। उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना, उस रब का शुक्राना।
Om Shanti, everyone. We all are happy with silence and angelic dance, and to be in with Avyak Bab Dada in subtle regions. So Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Good night.